What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the 4th level of hell and sent us down to the 7th level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to start. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he started talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Vanzant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the Three Kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you had a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
All right. Let's do this. Jesus Christ, superstar. Say it with me one more time. Jesus Christ, superstar. Why am I like this, y'all? What's going on, y'all? What is up? Day 4 in a row. Y'all can't tell me that. We done with it 4 days in a row. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me shit. Okay? Girl. We done did 4 days in a row. And tomorrow we'll make the 5th day. We making it happen over here. We are making it happen over here. Do you hear me? Y'all don't see me. Y'all do not see me. Anyway, what's going on, good people? What is going on, good people? Let me say hey to everybody. What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Tracy W? One of my members up in here. Lovely 31 Blueprint. We got Morgan. We got Tanya, another member up in this piece. What's up, Tanya Boo? Nikki B, Cams, Xavier. The hall monitors are in place. We got hall monitor Jason in place, Cams, Xavier. All my, men or male hall monitors are in place. Now, where my ladies at, I don't know, but my guys are in place. What's up, bros? What's up, guys? Let them hang. Let them hang. All my men, all my male hall monitors. Let them things hang. Anyway, and on my female hall monitors, y'all can let them titties hang too. Anyway, hey y'all, what's going on, Bobo? Hey Cookie. Hey Harold Boo. I see you on time today. Speaking of on time, late bell today is at 5:35 again. I'm not playing with these people. 5:35 is late bell. If they roll up in here at 5:36, today's essay is 12,500 words. Hear me again. Today's essay, 12,500 words. Play with your mama, not with me. Buy you some Uno cards to play with. Go download Monopoly. Go play with that. Don't play with me. Okay? Roll up in my class later if you want to. Y'all better go ahead and tell the people to fall out the bushes because we're not playing these games over here. Do you hear me? We're not playing. Girl. Anyway, let me finish saying hey to y'all. Hey, Harold. Hey, Boo. Diamond Pearl Jim. I walked by the window yesterday. I heard 8,000 word essay. I went back to the swings on the playground. Oh, dear God. You ain't got to be like that because that means that essay is waiting for you today. Start on, go see the hall monitors, Diamond Pearl Jim. If you didn't do my essay yesterday, go see the hall monitors so you can get my essay done today. Ain't no getting out of this the essay. Ain't no getting out. Run me my essay, Diamond Pearl Jim, and stop playing with a real G. Stop playing with a real G. Hey, Diamond Pearl Jim. Hey, Montrez. Hey, Boo. Yes, Harold. 12.5K. That's 12,500 words. We're not playing with the people in these streets, okay? Diamond Pearl Jim said she went back over there to the swings of the playground and said, baby, if I'm just going to be in trouble, listen, I ain't doing it. I ain't even going today. We just going to be absent today. I ain't even doing it. Xavier says, after 500 words in an essay, you just belaboring the point. Yeah. Child. That Pearl Jim like me, we walking back to the car. Oh my God. So much fun to be had. Listen, y'all. We're here. Mm, mm. Ooh. That's that good Concord grape crystal light right there. It'd be good. All right, y'all. What's going on today? How has your after 700 word mark? You just writing nonsense. Xavier, don't go to grad school. Just don't go to grad school, Xavier, because that's all you doing is writing essays at this point. Okay, you just writing essays. Are the essays double spaced? I mean, they could be double spaced or single spaced. It's by word count, not by page count. See, that's how you get the people. You don't do a page count, you do word count. Because when you do page count, people find ways to get around it. They choose like Courier New Times, like Courier font, which is a bigger font setting, bigger than some of the smaller font settings, so you get less words on the page. They'll find, comfortable ways to adjust the margins, and all of that stuff. Hey Phil, what's good? What is good? Listen, I see y'all up in here today. Let me put a post on the community wall, letting the people know that we are live. We live. Get y'all ASS in here. Just go write it just like that. Listen, are y'all proud of me? I'm real proud of myself because this is 4 days in a row. When the last time I did 4 days straight in a row? I'm very proud of myself. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Hey, Quintessential, what's good, boo? One of my members up in here. Child, we was in the members only chat. My essays were always about page count. Sometimes in high school they were about work child. I do word count. I don't do that. See, look at Xavier. He know about that courier. Courier is the old typewriter setting. Courier is the original font for typewriters. Now Xavier may not be old enough to remember the old school typewriter, but if you go old school typewriter, Courier was the original font for the old school typewriters. Mm-hmm. Child, this is why I took creative writing. I took a creative writing degree. If you getting 12K out of me, it's gonna have meaning. I know that's right. Hey Ariel, boo. Hey Miss Baythang, another one of my members up in here. Miss Baythang, Queen Diva, what's good? Queen Diva. I'm 4 for 4. I am 4 for 4, Montrez. You can't tell me nothing. I am doing the Lord's work over here. Listen, y'all, we are proud of myself. My sis went on vacation, and so I made a commitment to y'all that I will be here for y'all every day, like her. Now, am I gonna continue it next week? I'm gonna do the best I can. We gonna try to see how long we can keep this going. Okay, we're gonna see how long we can keep this going. You know, doing the best I can. Doing the best I can. Anyway, we got some things to talk about. Comic Sans. Oh God. If a student ever turned anything to me with Comic Sans, I just threw that mess in the garbage. What are you doing? I'm not taking that mess. I literally loathe Comic Sans. Okay. I'm saving up for a typewriter ever since I saw Eric Roth have one. We was in the members only chat, y'all. In your Mariah Carey voice, I'm gonna do the best with what I got, child. And I put the video in there of Larry Fitzgerald with, as Harold says, the pound cakes. Listen, Larry Fitzgerald, I, I can't show y'all everything. You got to join. Listen, I can't give up what goes on in the members only chat. You just got to join the membership and come and be a part of the tomfoolery in the members only chat, and you can have a good time. Hey, Danny Boo, listen, if you're not a member, you're missing out on the members only chat. They over there because all of that Larry Fitzgerald got going on. Now I've always known he's had that. If you go back, look at Larry Fitzgerald through the years, that thing done been there all of the years in them in that Arizona Cardinals uniform. But now people are finally noticing because he on TV as a commentator on ESPN. Anyway, listen. Y'all need to go join the members only chat, even if it's just to go see Larry Fitzgerald. Chat. Now, if Xavier or Harold pushes me enough, I'm gonna put a nice little something in the members only. I got some meat that I want to, hang up in the members only chat. If Harold and Xavier push me enough, I'll put that in the members only chat when we get up off here. If they push me enough, we'll put that in the members only chat. If you're not a member, I don't want to keep browbeating you about being a member, but I'm just letting you know you're missing out. Click the join button, become a member, and then you can go ahead and become a member. I got a typewriter for Christmas a while ago. It's pink. I used it once. Not that you used it just once. Yeah. Yeah. Release the meat. Release the meat. The meat. The meat. Yeah. So y'all, I had some snacks. So I had to go by the job today, and my coworker, I had to go in the building. So this is I had sat it on top of my work bag. My coworker brought everybody some freaking rice cakes because I was picking at her. She was eating some rice cakes. I said nobody eats rice cakes. Nobody. They're nasty. So she came in today and brought everybody some rice cakes. Like really? She said they're rice crisps, not cakes. So I said, let me try this while I'm online. Since my coworker, I went in there. She gave everybody a rice cake. Hey, we had to go in the office today, child. Anyway, let's look at the dossier. Let me unsheath today's dossier. The dossier was kind of packed today. I had to stop putting stuff on there because I was like, I can't keep being on here for 2 hours. The people don't want to sit here and be on here for 2+ hours. They just ain't got the kind of time. Okay, the people just ain't got the kind of time. Harold, I don't know if they infused or not. Sharice, hey boo, thank you for popping in at 5:35 on the dot at the exact time of the late bell. I haven't been playing the late bell. Let me put the late bell videos up since the late bell is currently ringing. Let me ring the late bell. Here we go. We about to ring the late bell. Let me ring this good late bell. Um, so what's good, Sharice? That's the late bell. At this point, hall monitors, you know what to do. Monitor the doors. Monitor the doors. I'm gonna open these and see what they taste like, y'all. Let me see what these taste like. I'm probably gonna throw them in the garbage. Let's see. It smells like barbecue. Hold on. Hmm. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Hey, sweet pea boo. How you doing today, my love? Hall monitors, monitor the doors. Late bell was at 5:35. Hall monitors, monitor the doors. Hey, sweet pea boo. Grr. Yeah. How you doing today? How was your Thursday, sweet pea? How was your day today, my love? Child, we are here. Okay, so let's get to the dossier. You know what? We're gonna keep up the same energy in the for the past few days. We've been getting our sugar spike moments out of the way early. So today, and keeping with, oh, you off today? Okay. That means you ain't had no reason to be late to my class. See how you late to my class today? Or late bell was at 5:35. I'm just playing hall monitors, monitor the doors. Hall monitor the doors. Um, hold on, y'all, 1 second. Yes, child. That was one of my cheering. I had to see what that was about. So, what was I saying? Anyway, in keeping with the tradition of this week and us doing our sugar spike moments early in the episode, let's do that now, ladies and gentlemen, non-gender binary conforming members of our audience. I present to you our sugar spike moment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Listen, thank you, Larry. May you forever rest in peace. Thank you, sir. So, in our first sugar spike story, I saw this story, y'all, either yesterday or Tuesday. I saw this story and I started to report on it. Then I thought against it, but then it popped up in my timeline as I was, sashaying down the internet streets, and sauntering and sashaying down the internet streets, voguing down the street in memory of O'Shea Sibley. And I saw this story again. I said, let me bring this to my people. So this story speaks to the perils of how horrible those in leadership and positions of authority in the church can be. Let me read this story to you. Former minister admits to murder of Detroit trans woman Kelly Stahl. A former minister in Michigan pleaded guilty to the 2018 murder of Black transgender woman Kelly Stahl, who was active in the local Detroit ballroom scene, authorities announced. Albert Weathers, aged 50, a former pastor at the Logos Church in Detroit, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and a felony firearms charge in the case of Stahl, who was 36, whose body was found on a street around 6 a.m. on December 7th, 2018. According to a release from the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, Weathers will face 8 years in prison for murder and another 2 years for the firearms charge. Now, wait a minute. This man, the murdered in cold blood, this Black trans woman, and all he got is 10 years. That's it. All he got is 10 years. That's it. Let me keep reading. Weathers had initially claimed he shot Stahl, who was known as Kiana Mattel, in self-defense, but prosecutors believed the killing was a dispute over money. Stahl's body was found in an area known for sex work. Witnesses said Weathers was known to pay for sex with trans women, was aggressive with the women, and had a reputation for not paying the sex workers he hired. Quote, the transgender community is among the most marginalized communities in this country. The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office is committed to that not being the case in Wayne County. Today, yet another step was taken to protect our trans community members. Defendant Albert Weathers pled guilty this morning to the murder of Kelly Stahl. She will not be forgotten. She mattered. We will continue to aggressively prosecute those who bring harm to this and other Wayne County communities. And that is from Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy. Weathers did not deny killing Stahl, but gave conflicting stories under questioning by police during an hour-long videotaped interview from 2018. According to the Detroit News, he initially told the police he was, quote, protecting myself, end quote, from Stahl, who he said had entered his car without his permission and demanded money from him, threatening him with a sharp object. However, prosecutors and witnesses said it was Weathers who was the aggressor. During a pretrial hearing in 2019, Kyra Butts, a local sex worker, said Why they got to call her a local sex worker? Why can't she just be another trans woman? I'm just asking. But I'm gonna keep reading. Said Weathers was known for giving other trans women, quote, the runaround, end quote, when it came to money, and that she eventually stopped going on dates with him. They put dates in quotation marks. Kyra Butts, here's what Kyra Butts says. She said, quote, his attitude was aggressive and kind of imitating, end quote. Despite these claims, defense attorney David Cripps told the court Weathers did not intend to shoot and kill Starr. The defense attorney said it was not self-defense so much as it was an accidental shooting. This isn't an intentional shooting. I would ask the court to look at this as an accidental shooting. My client said it over and over again. He was trying to get Starr away from the vehicle when the gun went off. End quote. Starr spent her formative years in Detroit before attending college in South Dakota on a football scholarship. She came out as trans after enrolling at the International Academy of Design and Technology in Chicago. She also performed in the city's ballroom scene and later spoke up for the trans community following the murder of a trans woman, Amber Monroe, in 2014 in Detroit. Quote, the police are unaware with our struggle, so they have no sympathy for us. Nobody ever asks what happened to that person to get here. And that was what Starr said in 2015. That's a quote from her in 2015. Weathers will be sentenced on September 8th. So the most y'all can give him is 10 years. Somebody who these people are telling you has a history of being aggressive toward these women, has not paid some of these women, and all of these things. Mama said, listen, I need my money this time. And he decided it was a good idea to end this woman's life. That's tragic, but all you got is 10 years. That's it. Just 10 years. 10 years. That's it. Even the way this article is written, how the nomenclature, the way they say, oh, so and so, they call Kyra Butts a sex worker. Why can't she just be another trans woman or a friend of Kelly? How about that? Now, this is supposedly a former pastor at Logos Church in Detroit. This falls right in line with what we know of a lot of clergy and people in positions of power in church. They will be on their bully pulpit, in the pulpit, vehemently castigating all of the LGBTQ plus community, to include gay men and trans women. But then as soon as they leave the church, they rolling up on the stroll to pick up one of the girls. And they said he frequented this place. A mess. This just speaks to what we know is commonplace. Also, the fact that this man pled guilty, and all y'all have for him is 10 years. He owed that woman money. I don't care if you do say, oh, prostitution is not legal. Baby, these girls got to make money however they need to make money. It's a business transaction. He owed that woman money. So technically, he's defrauding this woman of her money. He attacked this woman and then killed this woman. And all y'all got for him is 10 years. Make it make sense. This is what we got going on. I told you it was a Sugar Spike segment. Oh, so you heard of this story, Diamond Pearl Gem? You say it was near Palmer Park? Okay. So I didn't know you were in the Detroit area, Diamond Pearl Gem. Okay. So, I mean, if you have any details on this or any other insight on this, Diamond Pearl Gem, let us know in the chat. Or if you just want to come on and not, you don't have to show your face, but if you want to come on and add, and because you have insight on it, just let me know. I'll drop the link and you can come on. We decriminalize sex work. It's um it's one of the oldest and most lucrative. It is one of the oldest and most lucrative professions. I'm just saying. You know, the people say it all the time. Sex work is still work. Sex work is still work. You grew up in Detroit. Oh, you in Maryland now. Okay. Okay. But I mean, we're glad that they got convictions, and you see the Detroit brass and the Detroit politicians are, you know, touting the fact that, oh, we're here to protect our, you know, citizens of Wayne County. But girl, you that's I'm not saying it's a slap on the wrist, but still 10 years and this person was murdered. 10 years and you murdered someone? Come on now. Come on now. Now let that have been some white woman that was murdered. And I don't care if it was a white woman that was a prostitute or not. If some white woman, prostitute or not, had been murdered, they'll be trying to give him life in prison. This black pastor murdered her, or they'll be giving him life in prison. I'm just telling you what I know. I might need some candy. Where's my candy? Because just to read this headline is gonna take a lot out of me. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. So we right. This is our sugar spike segment. So I'm just warning you now. If I'm having to, you know, get some sugar in my system to just read this headline, I'm just letting you know you might want to get some sugar in your system before we get to this next story. Now, Pastor Man can get a buffet of hot sausage. There's our comment of the day. There is the comment of the day. Mm. 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 Well, y'all are silly. My sister told me about it when it happened. If it's the same guy, he was married and worked at a factory. It probably is. Hmm. All right. Hmm. Here's the headline. Abusive babysitter causes brain bleed in 7-year-old girl during English language lessons. Blames it on cartwheels, according to police. Of course, this is in my fair city of Miami, state of Miami-Dade. A babysitter claimed that a 7-year-old's severe head injuries were from doing cartwheels, but then the girl told staff at the hospital it was all a lie. On July 29th, Leonore Garcia, 62, was babysitting the 7-year-old girl all day at her apartment in Cutler Bay. That evening, the girl reportedly told Garcia she had a headache, so Garcia called the girl's mother to come pick her up, police said. Once the mother arrived, Garcia told her about the cartwheels, saying the girl had repeatedly attempted to perform the gymnastics move, but kept falling and hitting her head. Garcia then suggested taking the girl to the hospital, which the mother agreed to do. At the hospital, the victim was diagnosed with subdural hematoma, a type of brain bleed, officials said. Doctors had to perform surgery in order to drain fluid from her brain. The victim also had a black eye, bruises on her shoulders, and swelling on the right side of her face, authorities said. On the way back to surgery, the girl reportedly told a nurse the gymnastics story was a lie and she was brutally being beaten with a metal spoon, remote control, and a phone. Let me read that again. On the way back to surgery, this is while they get ready to give her anesthesia and everything, okay? The girl reportedly told a nurse the gymnastics story was a lie and she was actually being beaten with a metal spoon, remote control, and a phone. According to authorities, Garcia had been teaching the victim, a native Spanish speaker, how to speak English. When the girl failed to properly translate words from English to Spanish, she would get hit. I'm sorry, when the girl failed to properly translate words from Spanish to English, she would get hit. The victim told authorities that Garcia hit her 13 times that day, and Garcia asked her not to tell anyone she hit her. Hey, D, what's going on, boo? Hall monitors, monitor the doors. Late bell was at 5:35. Please monitor the doors. Monitor the doors. When talking with police, Garcia denied any claims of abuse, but couldn't explain how the girl was hurt. On July 31st, Garcia was arrested and booked into Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center. We call it TGK back home, on a charge of aggravated child abuse causing great bodily harm, police said. She was granted and posted bond of $7,500. Wait a minute. Y'all gave her bond of only $7,500, meaning all she had to pay was $750 to get out? And is due back in court on August 30th for her arraignment, officials said. Listen, how she got a bond though? Baby, listen. Mama might not make that arraignment on August 30th. If you know, like I know, in the city of Miami, state of Miami-Dade, Mama, no, Danny, our essay today is 12,500 words. Yeah, it's 12,500 words. Yeah, D, go over there and sit down. Go have a seat at your desk, my love, D. Hall monitors will let you know how long my essay is today. They'll get you squared away with our essay. Go ahead and take out a pen and some paper so you can start writing my essay, D, because you is late to class today. How you gonna say hello so nicely, did you? Oh, I didn't say lock the doors. I said monitor the doors. I said, hall monitors, monitor the doors. Please monitor the doors. I did not say lock the doors. I said monitor the doors. So listen, this is an older white Hispanic woman. White Hispanic, I said. I'm going to reiterate that. She's teaching this 7-year-old little girl English, okay? And I saw you trying to be nice. I caught that real fast. Daddy. I caught it, Daddy. I caught it. And every time she translated the words wrong from Spanish or did the wrong translation from Spanish to English, she got hit with either a metal spoon, a remote control, or a phone. How hard were you hitting this girl? She had brain bleed. And then tried to lie to the girl mama and say, oh, well, she been doing gymnastics and she fell. Baby, if I'm the mom, they said she had a black eye. Hold on, let me read this again. Because I'm telling you, they said the victim had a black eye, bruises on her shoulders, and swelling on the right side of her face. Let me help you understand something. If you were babysitting me as a 7-year old and I got picked up from your house with a black eye, bruises on the shoulder, and swelling on the face, there would have been some answers because somebody else would have had a black eye, bruises on the shoulder, and swelling on the right side of the face as well. Hey, Janae, what's going on, boo? You know, we glad to have you in here. You are one of my members and you are our medical expert. Hall monitors, please monitor the doors. Late bell was at 5:35. Please monitor the doors. Baby, the people said that she was diagnosed with subdural hematoma, a type of brain bleed, and that the girl ended up had to immediately go into emergency surgery to drain the blood, drain the fluid from her brain. They had to have emergency surgery to drain the fluid from her brain. The only reason they found out is because when they was rolling her into the emergency room, the little girl said, no, I wasn't doing no gymnastics. That woman was hitting me with a metal spoon, a remote control, and a phone. Mama might not make it to that arraignment on August 30th. Somebody gonna be waiting for her. She about to get her ass fucked up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, many of y'all have kids. When you roll up to the babysitter, okay, and you see your child with bruises, a black eye, bruises on her shoulder, her whole side of her face is swollen. Baby, we need some goddamn answers. Somebody finna get their ass fucked up. Because if you say, oh, she was in a fight with so-and-so, who she was with a fight with, show me the people. Because you know your mama gonna say, show me where they at. Show me where they at. Because we need to go figure out what's going on. Because I'm gonna whoop every ass in here. I'm whooping this child ass. I'm whooping their mammy ass. I'm whooping their grandmammy ass. We taking the whole goddamn family down. Because what's not gonna happen is my child coming home, looking like this. And you knew something was wrong when the girl said, I got a headache. And she called the mama and told the mama, oh, you might want to take her to the hospital because she said her head hurting. Why would you tell a parent to take a child to the hospital just for a headache? You may say, oh, she said her head was hurting. Maybe go get her some children's Tylenol because she said she had a headache. You tell her to go to the hospital? Girl, you knew you had fucked up. You knew, hey, mother of one, what's good, boo? How you doing today? I'm glad to see you. Glad you made it up in here. You see, we are going live every day. Hall monitors, please monitor the doors. Late bell is at 5:35. Please monitor the doors. Hall monitors. Mother of one, we got you, girl. Just have a seat at one of the desks, sweetheart. My hall monitors, they'll take care of you. Make sure you know where we at in the lesson, okay? They're going to just make sure you know where we at in the lesson, okay? Girl. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I play with y'all. Somebody gonna come in here and think I'm being serious and that I'm really being mean and stuff like that. I know you was at work. You find hall monitors. But somebody go over here and think I'm mean and they go not come back. I don't want y'all not to come back. Y'all can come back. This is a safe space. But I want to know, what is your response when you go to pick up your child and she look like that? I just want to know. I just want to know. Because I'm telling you, I know how these people are in Miami. Old girl might not make it to this arraignment on August 30th. I'm telling you what I know. Or if she does make it, she's gonna be doing it from the confines of her hospital bed. Mm-mm. You can't play with people like that. You can't play with people kids. That little girl was 7 years old. 7. And my 7 year old has to have emergency surgery on her brain to drain blood and fluid from her brain because you beat her so bad that she got diagnosed with subdural hematoma. You beat my child to the point where she had subdural hematoma and had to have emergency surgery to get blood and fluid drained from her brain. Girl, you still supposed to be getting your ass whooped right now. Right now. Trying to tell you, Xavier, the people I know say, yeah, we getting it back in blood. Boom. Don't worry about it. See, there's our medical expert, Janae. She said subdural hematoma. That's extensive. The girl, the little 7 year old, was beat to the point by the babysitter because she couldn't translate the Spanish to English right, and she beat her to the point where she got subdural hematoma. Baby, you supposed to still be getting your ass whooped with a metal spoon, a remote control, and a phone. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The babysitter is an older lady, an older white Hispanic lady. She look Cuban. She's 62 years old. Her name is Leonor Garcia. That means she crushed bone. Oh man, they said she had to go into emergency surgery to have blood and fluid drained from her brain. Sweet Pea says she worked pediatrics for 13 years. Janae says she probably she's likely gonna have brain damage. That's a mess. That's a mess. A mess. A mess. And then they had the audacity to give this woman a bond. Her bond was $7,500, which means she could get out for $750. Because I know in Dade County it's 10%. In Miami-Dade County, it's 10%. They took her to TGK. I know several bail bondsmen that work directly with TGK. They just wake up in the morning, they drive over to the parking lot of TGK, and they just wait outside the parking lot. Somebody to call because they know they're gonna get calls all day. TGK is one of the big county jails. $750, and you don't cause probably permanent brain damage to this 7 year old little girl. Oh no, bitch. Oh, the courts don't want to do what they supposed to do. Oh, we got this. See, this is why people have to go to vigilante justice. Hey, Tracy, what is going on, boo? I ain't seen you, girl. You just in the class. Hall monitors, please monitor the doors. Please monitor. Oh, damn, Tracy is the hall monitor. God damn it, yeah. You go to hell, Tracy. Hey, Monk Chip, boo. How many child Monk Chip? Just go see the hall monitors, my love. Monk Chip, just go see the hall monitors. They'll take care of you today. Monk Chip, you my boo. Now, if you tell them you my boo, Monk Chip, they might give you a hall pass. They might be able to give you a hall pass. I don't know. But go talk to the hall monitors and see if they'll give you a hall pass. That's all I can tell you. Y'all know I love y'all, right? We on day number 4. We 4 days straight. Listen, the stories just keep getting spikier. I don't know about y'all, but I'm telling you, if it was me, mama would not make it back to that arraignment. Okay, I'm just telling you what I know. If it was me, she wouldn't make it to that arraignment. I'm just telling you. Miss Mexican Granny would be paying the hospital. Think about the hospital bills. The hospital bill alone for that little girl is probably going to cost 3 or 4 times the price of this woman's bond, which doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even add up. You mean the hospital bill that me and my family have to incur right now, that's probably going to have to cause us to go into some type of financial distress or duress, maybe making us file for bankruptcy and stuff. The hospital bills alone are 3 or 4 times the amount of the freaking bond that you're giving this woman that just caused permanent brain damage to my child. No, ma'am, that don't add up. That don't add up. Mm-mm. Child. Child. You see Tracy talking about she was in the bushes. Her hands was busy. Child. Oh, so you gave Buck Chip a hall pass? Oh, that's what we doing now. Tracy, you just giving out hall passes, just giving them out. See what I'm saying? Y'all see what good help is so hard to find, y'all. Good help is so hard to find. I'm gonna have to reconsider some of these hall monitor sashes. Take some of my sashes back. God. Listen, let me tell y'all. So today in politics and more sugar spiky news. Today, y'all's former president went to court today on those indictments, right? So this morning, just before the indictment, this troglodyte went on a rant and started to attack Jack Smith's wife over the internet. Jack Smith being the prosecutor, the special prosecutor in this case, his wife. So y'all's former president thought it was a good idea to just go on this attack on the internet of this man's wife the morning of the day you're supposed to go to goddamn court and be arraigned. Let me read this to you. Former President Donald Trump's campaign issued a statement attacking his campaign now did this. Issued a statement attacking special counsel Jack Smith and his wife just hours before being arraigned in Washington, D.C. In a multi-page statement, Trump claimed the charges against him for trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election were, quote, un-American and wrong, end quote. The statement went on to smear Smith for a, quote, dirty, politically motivated investigation, end quote. It offered news articles intended to undermine the special prosecutor. One section of the statement was titled, Jack's wife, Katie Shavigny, is a Biden donor. She produced a documentary about Michelle Obama, and she worked on an anti-Citizens United film titled Dark Money, end quote. The statement included 3 paragraphs disparaging Shavigny for her work on documentaries. Quote, Jack Smith's wife is a Biden donor and produced a fawning Michelle Obama documentary. That's end quote. That's what the Trump campaign spokesperson Liz Harrington said when she was asked about it. And it goes on and on and on. This is hey Abby, what's going on, boo? This is the level of buffoonery that we got going on in these yet to be United States of America, because we have no respect for the penal system, the criminal justice system, the judiciary, rules of law. We have no decorum, no respect for any of that. So you think that you, not just you personally doing this, but from your campaign, have your campaign put out statements speaking negatively about the wife of the special prosecutor assigned to this case, because that's the right thing to do, right? Mind you, what also came out today is the fact that some of the people who the defense want to call as witnesses are being um represented by the same lawyer that's representing some of the prosecution's witnesses, as if that's not a goddamn conflict of interest. So he's going to be recused from the case. It's just a whole shit show over there. Okay, he takes the rule of law, the rule of order, and decorum and wipes his ass with it every day. That's what the fuck we got going on. He don't care. He just wipes his ass with it. Wipes his ass with it. Just a mess. Let me get this now. This story is really making its rounds. So every time I hear something about Trump, I wonder what happened to good old fashioned presidential assassination. Child. Abby, I wonder too. I mean, in other countries, they would have took this man on out. In other countries, you got the country of Niger over there that done pulled the whole coup, and the military done put the president out and told him he can't come back. A democratically elected president, and told him, nah, bro, you can't come back. And all of the countries around them saying, oh, what are y'all doing? Y'all need to put that president back in power. They told Niger, the military personnel in Niger told them, stay out of our business. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Let us handle what we got going on inside. So what the other countries said was, really? Because y'all getting power from us. Oh, y'all think it's a game? Shut down fire. You got whole parts of the country of Niger that don't have power, because countries that are not in support of this coup that said we ain't even giving y'all no power. Deal with that. Figure y'all life out. It's a whole mess over there in West Africa right now. A whole mess over there. I'm just saying, Abby. I'm just saying. They did do the same thing in Mali. They sure did. Yep. They did the same thing. It's a lot going on over there in Africa right now. There's a lot going on over there. I'm just saying. In other spiky news, now listen, how many of y'all and put a 27 in the chat if you watch daytime soap operas, if you're into them stories like your grandma used to call it, the stories. Put a 27 in the chat if you watch the stories. If you watch them stories, you know how your grandma used to be, baby, listen, don't bother me right now, I'm watching my stories. Not 72, 27. God. Now she loved that man with her whole heart and throat. Lord. So let me read that headlines. I didn't ask you to put no. I said only for the 27 if you said yes. Should you be over there writing my essay? It's me D. Where is my essay? Start on my 12,500 words. God. Mm. So let me read this headline. Days of Our Lives EP Albert Alar told female actress in her 40s to quote, try and remember what it was like when you were young and vibrant, end quote, during intimate scene, according to reports. Child, let me read this story to y'all. Talent on the long-running soap opera Days of Our Lives are demanding change as stunning new details come to light about the toxic work environment allegedly fostered by co-executive producer and director Albert Alar and his team. The production was recently suspended until at least August 7th, following a misconduct investigation, and how they will proceed remains unknown. The results of the investigation were not shared with the staff, according to a new report, and Alar received a written warning and was asked to undergo training. Alar, a longtime associate of Corday Production owner and DOOL executive producer Ken Corday, has worked on the hit show since 2003 and later joined Corday. Inside Insiders told news outlets in a bombshell expose that the questionable behavior had been noticed for years, but reached an all-time high after he became co-executive producer in 2015. Corday has not been hands-on involved with the show for a few years, and he also opted to keep Alar in his roles after receiving details from the probe following meetings with multiple staffers who shared their grievances before speaking with the Sony HR investigator, the report claimed. The probe was launched after a female employee claimed about after a female employee complained about layoffs and alleged that women were disproportionately impacted and not receiving equal pay. One incident that took place roughly a year ago involved an actress in her 40s who was taping a love scene directed by Alar. It was alleged that she was trying to fix the sheets on the bed to better cover herself due to the prop department forgetting to bring her an extra that day. The stall the staff had apparently the stall in production had apparently frustrated Alar, who instructed her to hurry up and turn the heat up a notch, telling her something along the lines of quote, try and remember what it was like when you were young and vibrant, end quote, a shocked eyewitness said. Another similar incident involved Alar telling a male actor an awkward remark in front of his female acting partner and the crew. Quote, you're fucking horny, man. You just want to fuck her. Let me read that again. Quote, you're fucking horny, man. You just want to fuck her. End quote. That's what allegedly Alar said to the male actor. As previously reported, Alar was accused of groping, abusive behavior, as well as inappropriate and crass remarks in previous reporting. Members of the cast have since launched a petition that calls for a new leader on the show, streaming on Peacock. More than 25 cast members have already signed. Meanwhile, former cast member turned reality icon Lisa Rinna took to Instagram stories Wednesday evening, urging the higher ups to do the right thing now. Child, the people said they ain't coming back till he's off the show. I'm just saying. Now, I don't follow the stories. I don't follow the Young and the Restless. You know, a lot of these soap operas have 826 employees because, they have 416 storylines going on at one time. I don't even know how my grandma them and my great aunts and stuff used to keep up with that stuff because they got too many storylines going on at all at one time simultaneously. But baby, this man sounds like he got a lot going on. I keep telling these people in positions of power down to these entertainment companies, y'all can't do the stuff y'all used to get away with 25 and 30 years ago, 40, 25, 30, 40 years ago. You can't do the same stuff and say the same stuff to these young actors and actresses or people in the entertainment industry like they used to be able to say some years ago. This is a brand new day. And if y'all don't adjust and understand that it's a brand new day, you're going to find yourself without a job. I'm just saying, you're going to find yourself without a job. A mess. A damn mess. Our last sugar spike story. I hope this is the last one. God help us, please. God. In the great state of Oklahoma, Bold and Beautiful was easy to keep up because it was just one family. Meant a lot of inbreeding, but it was convenient for the viewers. Not that they got a whole flowers in the attic situation going on. Not that they got somebody on the porch playing the banjo like y'all reenacting Deliverance or something like that. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. A wrong turn and shit. Girl, y'all are a mess. My grandma used to love All My Children. What my grandma used to watch. After she had finished watching her Barnaby Jones, Matlock, Hawaii 5 and Perry Mason, because she was gonna watch In the Heat of the Night. Those five right there, she was gonna watch first. And then after that, she would watch her stories. What she used to watch? Because her sister used to watch Young and the Restless. Or was it All My Children? I think it was Young and the Restless. And I think my grandma did used to watch all. I forgot which one. I can't keep up on it. This shit was always boring to me. But they didn't play them games, honey. They didn't play round, honey. So going to the great state of Oklahoma, Oklahoma's governor, Kevin Stitt, has now signed an executive order that in the state of Oklahoma, you have to use anti-trans definitions of gender. Let me read this story for you all. And you made me watch listen to them damn stories. Republican Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt has signed an executive order requiring state agencies to use definitions of men and women according to the gender they were assigned at birth. We reported on another state. I can't remember which state it was, but we reported on another state. I think it was either Missouri or Kansas that passed a similar law earlier this year. Stitt is calling it the quote Women's Bill of Rights. Now, this is being called the Women's Bill of Rights now. But his opponents are saying it's yet another attack on transgender and non-binary people in a state that already has many anti-LGBTQ plus laws. The order issued Tuesday says in any official state documents defines male and female by the design of reproductive systems. The word man, woman, boy, girl, mother, and father should be used only according to those definitions, it says, and sex should refer to a person's biological sex as assigned at birth. It mandates that state agencies and public schools use these definitions in gathering vital statistics and requiring schools to provide separate restrooms and changing rooms for males and females according to those understandings of the words and according to biological sex assigned at birth. Quote, I am taking decisive executive action to ensure the true definition of the word woman, meaning a biological woman is what guides the state as we reaffirm our commitment to ensuring the safety, dignity, and sanctity of women across Oklahoma. As long as I'm governor, we will continue to protect women and ensure women only spaces are reserved solely for biological women. End quote. And that's according to the governor's press release. Now, here's the deal. What y'all got going on here is this is the banana in the tailpipe. This is the fact that this is the distraction. They always use the trans issue as a divisive distraction for women, and they want to make this divisive and calling this the women's bill of rights because we want to make sure that you know what a woman is, because we care so much about a woman, while you're simultaneously stripping the rights of women, telling them that they don't have autonomy over their own bodies, and telling them that they don't get to decide whether or not they should or should not be able to have abortion, even though y'all were the same rat ass bastards 3 years ago screaming from holy hell from the highest of all hills, telling everybody you needed to have autonomy over your body to or to not wear a mask because you wanted to be able to get everybody around you sick with a disease that could possibly kill them. And so you needed to have complete control of your body for that. But a woman doesn't get to decide to have control over her body if it involves her having an abortion, which might be a life-saving treatment, because she might have a situation where having that child could take her life. Here's what he said in the press conference today. Quote, "Today, we're taking a stand against this out of control gender ideology that is eroding the very foundation of our society. We are going to be safeguarding the very essence of what it means to be a woman. Oklahomans are fed up with attempts to confuse the word woman and turn it into some kind of ambiguous definition that harms real women." End quote. This is what y'all got going on. Smoke and mirrors. I don't even need to read no more. It's all smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. So while they're trying to be divisive and divide y'all, and y'all got all these people last week and week before that was doing all of this fighting and everything about, oh, I'm a woman, I'm a biological woman, I'm a cis woman, I'm a trans woman, I'm a whatever, I'm an XY chromosome, XX chromosome. I don't know. But while we're doing all of this divisiveness and fighting and have all of these divisions amongst us, they passing laws that are stripping your rights from you. Just be clear. Y'all can do all of this because y'all love to gravitate toward these social issues on the internet. But when the rubber hits the pavement and it's really time for us to address these issues in real time, in real spaces that affect real people, y'all don't have no words for that. Y'all ain't even paying attention to that. There's no smoke for that. There's nobody making, I don't see the people making, public statements. I don't see Twitter feeds full of what's going on in Oklahoma. I don't see people making all of these declarations on Instagram and Twitter or whatever the fuck it's called today. I don't see any of that. I don't see YouTube videos up where people are cussing people out about any of this shit going on. I don't see none of that smoke. But we got all this smoke about this divisiveness. Black women in America were at each other's throats. Trans women versus women born biologically as women that call themselves women, or if you want to be cis women, or if you want to be XX chromosome, whatever you want to call yourself, real women, whatever it's called. Y'all was over there tearing each other's heads off, had all of the smoke for each other, none of the smoke for these people who are passing real laws that could really touch you and really affect your lives. None of that smoke. This is why I don't get, this is why when these people start bloviating and blabbering about these issues that just pop up off of TikTok videos and all of this dumb shit. I don't get bothered because these people don't care about real issues. They care about, did I get enough likes? Do I have enough eyes? Do I get the click and the view? All of they cares about is the click and the view. Meanwhile, substantive laws are being put on the books, signed into law that affect people's real lives. Because in a lot of these states like Oklahoma, go try to get an abortion. Try to even get some abortion pills mailed to your house. I told y'all in the great state of Tennessee, the attorney general violated HIPAA and took people's medical records in an attempt to possibly retroactively prosecute people who tried to have gender affirming care. You think they're not going to do the same thing to see and find out who possibly has had an abortion? But we're arguing about who can and cannot have periods. All these people claim they're such activists and they're here for the cause and here for the movement. And when we have these things that are going on right here in real time in their face, they are mums the words. None of these bastards have a goddamn thing to say. But if it's on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, oh my God, yes, there's an outcry. But when we have real laws being passed that can actually touch someone's life, mum's the word. I don't have nothing for these people. Nothing. Here's some good news that started as a sugar spike moment, and it's some good news. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat, because I had to stop talking about that story because I might have spiked out. I felt myself getting ready to spike out. I really felt myself about to spike out. Can we be a 4-bathroom society and keep it pushing? I've seen in some countries, it's just open bathrooms. Bathroom has no sex. Here's the bathroom, baby. It don't matter what you is, man, woman, cat, dog. Here's the bathroom. And just have stalls for everybody. How about that? Because the truth of the matter is, if you have no gender on the bathroom and there's just a stall there for everybody, it don't matter. You ain't gonna see nobody in the stall. Like, I don't even understand where the issue comes in. It's just hatred, discrimination, and bigotry at its core. It's just a fucking mess. So here's a story that started off as a sugar spike moment. Then the government should worry about the cost of living and how we will still make minimum wage. We still making minimum wage. Don't worry about you. These people have their priorities. So remember we had the story from Fulton County Jail where LaShawn Thompson, we reported it here, died in Fulton County Jail, and they basically say he was eaten alive by bed bugs and by the dilapidated and decrepit, living conditions in Fulton County Jail, and he died. Well, here's an update. The family has now reached a settlement with Fulton County Jail of $4 million. The family of the late LaShawn Thompson has reportedly reached a $4 million settlement with Georgia's Fulton County commissioners. The legal matter unfolded after Thompson passed away due to extreme neglect in his 93-day incarceration at Fulton County Jail. Additionally, his family revealed that Thompson was, quote, eaten alive by insects and bed bugs, end quote. According to CNN, the settlement was reached on Wednesday with a 6-0 unanimous vote. Preston Thompson, the chief of staff for Fulton County Commissioner Dana Barrett, has since explained additional details regarding the settlement that had since explained that additional details regarding the settlement will not be released. Whoever wrote this story needs to go back to grammar school. So that's good news. Pay them, and that's all they getting is 4 million. Y'all got that kind of money, Fulton County. Pay them people their money. Pay them people their money. $4 million. Hell, Tasha K got more money. I mean, Cardi B got more money for saying Tasha K had a STD. And this man whole life ended because of neglect. And all y'all giving him is $4 million. If Cardi B's raggedy snatch is worth 4 million, someone's life should be worth more than that. I'm just saying. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? All right. Any more good news? Let's get to some of our feature stories today. In more good news. Whew. This is some good. This is the organic. I usually don't like Black Forest gummies because they're so hard. No, Haribo has the hard ones that damn near chip your teeth when you try and chew a Haribo gummy. But I usually don't like Black Forest like that. But this organic stuff is the right answer. So let me report on some of these stories that are in our headlines today, so we can start knocking some of these down. Hey, Weezy F. Hey, Boom. I'm not a big. Y'all know my favorite gummies are Albanese. Y'all know I'm a big fan of the Albanese. Give me some Albanese gummy bears or gummy worms, and I'm in heaven. Mm. Ooh. So, our girl, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, has stated that she will be speaking in Alabama for the 60th anniversary of the Birmingham church bombing, which happened in 1963. And she'll give the keynote address at the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Alabama. You know who I hope actually speaks there? And while I love Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, I like her or not, I think this person would be more appropriate to speak there. Condoleezza Rice. Condoleezza Rice attended that church. That was her church. She attended that church during the time of the bombing. I don't remember if she said she was at the church at that time or not, but the girls that got killed were friends of hers. She attended that church. Condoleezza Rice. Like her politics or not, I do think someone like that who was there directly involved should have the opportunity. So I hope they do ask former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice to speak there. But I mean, kudos to Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. I'm sure she'll do an awesome job at the celebrating, well, not the celebrating, but the commemorating, I should say, because we don't need the celebrating, but the commemorating of the 60th anniversary of the Birmingham church bombing, where those four little girls were bombed and dozens of other children were injured and or maimed. So shout out to Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson for that. Kudos to her. Um our former president Barry Obama is in the news along with your current president Joseph Robinette Biden. Okay? So, according to reports, our former president, our president emeritus, our perpetual president, Barack Hussein Obama, warned your current president of Donald Trump's quote political strengths at a secret White House lunch. He also told Biden and fellow Democrats that Biden was quote too old to win. That's what Barack Obama told them, and he ain't lied. Let me read this to you. Former President Barack Obama expressed his concern about Donald Trump's political strengths during a private lunch with Joe Biden earlier this summer. The lunch, which reportedly took place at the White House in late June, was meant to be an opportunity for Obama to pledge his support for Biden's reelection campaign. Two sources familiar with the meeting revealed that Obama promised to do everything in his power to help Biden secure a second term, according to those sources. Hey, little baby. But while Obama reportedly vowed to help fundraise for Biden's 2024 reelection bid, the former president also reportedly emphasized his concerns about Biden running against Trump for a second term. According to two insiders who spoke with news outlets, Obama highlighted Trump's quote intensely loyal following, a Trump-friendly conservative media ecosystem, and a polarized country, end quote, as reasons why the embattled 45th president could be a more formidable candidate than some Democrats realize. And while Obama affirmed his confidence in Biden's political abilities, he allegedly expressed his concern about Trump's widespread influence within the Republican Party. Eric Schultz, a senior advisor to Obama, refused to comment on the former president's White House lunch with Biden earlier this summer, but Schultz did confirm Obama's plan to campaign for his former vice president. Let me see here. I don't need to read no more. Y'all see what's going on here. So listen. Oh, here's another part that I did want to read. According to an insider familiar with the matter, Obama allegedly hosted a series of secret meetings with Democratic congressional bigwigs and former administration staffers at his Washington, D.C. office in July. Obama reportedly expressed his concerns regarding Biden's disappointing poll numbers and the 80-year-old president's age as reasons why Biden might not be the Democrats' best candidate to take on Trump next year. Quote, Obama recognizes the gravity of the situation with Joe's disappointing poll numbers. He had hoped that the president would have rallied and come into his own at this point, but that clearly hasn't happened. With 2024 growing closer and closer, he had to act since he apparently fears Joe is getting too old and frail to win. And that's a quote from one of the insiders. Where's the lie? Where is the lie? The man is too goddamn old. Too damn old. The man is 80. Obama basically told these bastards, listen, it's so many people out here. Y'all act like we are like we are, absent of any body within the left that could actually mount a formidable campaign against Donald Trump. Y'all can't find somebody to win that's less than 60 years old, that against someone who has 3 possible 4 convictions, that's probably going to end up in jail, that has said that they grab and assault women in their genitals, that has committed countless numbers of atrocities and injustices and violations of laws, that coerced people to have a whole mutiny and turn themselves into domestic terrorists trying to overthrow this country. And y'all can't find nobody except for a geriatric to run against them. Make that shit make sense. I don't blame Obama. I'll be going off too. Listen, I did my time. I did what I was supposed to do. I served 2 terms, won both elections quite handily. And I done gave y'all this shit, and y'all fumbled the ball and let this fucktard in here. And now y'all can't seem to, and so now y'all telling me fucking geriatric ass Joe Biden is the best answer? Girl, get your life. Now I do think it's selfish of Joe Biden to stay his ass in office for 2 terms, knowing good and hell well his ass do not need to be trying to be president that old. You see what happened to fucking Ronald Reagan, his old ass, and his ass in the middle. And by the time you got to year 2 of his second term, he couldn't even tell you what his name was. That bitch was over there counting jelly beans out the jar on his desk. Because you know he used to keep that jar of jelly beans. Like, this what the fuck y'all got going on? And Obama had a close. He probably had Hakeem Jeffries in there, Chuck Schumer, and all of the other big wigs. Come here, let me talk to y'all for a second. I'm sure this is how that went. Let me talk to y'all motherfucking ass for a minute. Sit y'all ass the fuck down here. What the fuck y'all got going on over here? The fuck y'all doing? This bastard could barely run up the damn steps at goddamn Air Force One. We don't know from day to day when the next fall gonna happen. You know how old people are. They fall one good time, they break their hip, and then they check the fuck out of here. So now you're telling me that he's gonna either be incompetent in office or die in office or something worse. And now we got Kamala Harris, who we see is not ready for the job. Ain't got nothing to do with her being a woman. It has everything to do with her not being ready to really take the helm of the White House. Let's just be clear. Y'all ain't got nobody. Hell, I would take one of those 2 state representatives from Tennessee who they tried to put out of the Tennessee House chamber. I'll take one of them over what y'all got going on now. It's a mess. A damn mess. Barack Obama was right on point. He had every right to tell them, get y'all monkey asses the fuck in here. Let me talk to y'all for a second, because y'all don't have a fucking clue. Y'all don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all, because the shit is out of fucking order. Out of fucking order. It's way out of control. Way out of control. Like, and these people are delusional enough to sit there and just believe, oh, we got it together. Oh, this is good. Their whole delusion is based on how horrible of a person and candidate Trump is, neglecting the fact that those stupid ass people on the other side love his ass. Okay. And secondly, you shouldn't be basing what you do on what the fuck shit they got going on over there. Why don't you get someone that's going to be the best candidate to help the people of this country? Why? Because you really ain't trying to help the people of this country. You really just don't give a shit. That's who I was talking about, Tracy, Justin Pearson, and Justin Jones. Have one of them. I mean, make it make sense. Now, I don't know if they're old enough, because I know you have to be 35 or older, but still, it just don't make no damn sense. So I got to get to this next story. Let me take a swig of something to drink, cause this next story with this next chick, y'all know I don't like her. Dear God, but hold on, please God help me, Lord, help me, please, help me, please, please. Joseline Hernandez has been charged with two new felony counts, of battery on a law enforcement officer in connection with that whole fight she had with Big Lex in Miami. This is according to the Jasmine brand. According to news reports, Jocelyn Hernandez was arrested early Monday morning. Um, well, this happened last month. Let me give you a recap. Last month, she was arrested due to her fighting with the Big Lex chick. Okay, the whole altercation she had with police, security, and everybody. Right, that happened last month, on June, I believe, 12th. Now, according to new reports, the reality star was hit with two new felony counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, and once again has to go through the booking process. Joseline, because she's always going to be Joseline, not Jocelyn, because she's a whole asshole. Joseline found out the latest on her ongoing legal issues today during her arraignment. As previously reported, in addition to getting into a crazy fight with fellow reality TV star Big Lex on June 11th, released body cam footage from the police showed Joseline Hernandez having an intense altercation with the officers who were called to assess the situation. Not only did Joseline reportedly take swings at the policemen, but she also allegedly shouted homophobic and racial slurs at them. Lock her ass up. Lock her ass up. She's a wild ass dog. She's like a wild ass rabid dog. And she feels emboldened and empowered because y'all keep putting cameras in her face. Y'all keep giving her a platform with which she can show her whole ass. I don't even know why the fuck they had this whore on fucking, what was that show? College Hill on BET. Why is she? Well, I know why she's on Zeus, because Zeus is just celebrates the least of us. Zeus is hell bent on celebrating the worst and least of the human species. Let's be clear. And people go over there and watch that awful fuck shit. Where's Bonnie Bella? Probably with her grandparents. She probably with her grandma and granddaddy, being raised by her grandparents. Let's be clear. Because we know raggedy ass Stevie ain't raising that child. But what I'm saying is she's like a fucking rabid dog and needs to be locked away in the fucking kennel. Okay? Lock her ass up in a cage like other wild ass animals. Because she's a wild ass fucking animal. You've seen her antics over and over and over. And y'all continue. Hell, after that, they had the video of her on the little show choking the girl out and slamming the girl to the ground. And the girl was trying to apologize to her and say, I don't want to smoke with you. I don't want to fight. I don't want to go through this with you. And she still choked the girl out and slammed her to the ground. She's a wild ass dog. Just a wild ass fucking animal. Lock her ass up in a goddamn cage. Please don't. See what they keep giving her a bond. Why do y'all keep letting her out of jail? Don't let her ass bond out. Keep her ass the fuck in there. Let her do some real time and keep it the fuck moving. You want to fight? Go and fight to your heart's content with them girls up in jail down there to the stockade or TGK. See, I'm from Miami. I know what the stockade is. I know what TGK is down in Miami. Keep her ass in jail, send her to the stockade and stuff like that, and let her ass fight it out with Big Bertha and them over there with the where they got the broomsticks waiting, and the broomsticks ain't waiting to beat her with. They beat her with the fist. They do other things with the broomsticks. Let her go over there and fight with them where she can get shanked and shit. Cause she's a wild ass animal. You know they put down wild ass animals like that. When wild ass animals get out of control, they put their ass down. I'm just saying. Let her ass stay in there. If she want to fight, fight it out with them heifers in there. That's what you do. Get your ass shanked a couple times. Get a couple broomsticks placed in various parts of your body and see how you like that since you like fighting so much like some rabid ass dog. She's a fucking mess. She's a goddamn mess. A goddamn mess. And she's out of control, out of order. There's no stopping her. There's no stopping her at this point. So when you give her bond again, she's going to go and do something else, probably worse, because y'all are basically saying to her, okay, you always have a get out of jail free card. She has access to money, let's be clear. So you're not, if you give her a bond, that's not going to stop her from doing it again, because she's going to say, okay, I'm going to do it again, and they're going to give me another bond, and I'm a bond out of jail. Because these are the type of people who go places ready to fight and say, "Oh, don't worry, I got my bail money already in court. Let me go ahead and call my people, tell them here's my code, get the bail money ready because I'm going to jail today." See, when people already know they're about to do the wrong thing, they all go ahead and set that up, thinking they're going to get bail, and you can't give these type of people bail. Make their ass stay in jail, and then you might learn a few things. She probably won't. I don't even think she's gonna learn anything in jail. But if you just like the fight, go in there and fight with Big Bertha and them. That's what you do. That's what you do. Go fight with them. Got this kind of goddamn time. It's bullshit. She get on my nerves. She gets on my last nerve. I've never liked her. From the first time I saw her on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I was like, I don't know what it is about this chick. I don't like her. I knew I didn't like her from the very beginning. So, oh God. Let me do this story first before I get to Lizzo. Because y'all know how I feel about covering stories that have big mainstream appeal on every blog, on every news outlet. Y'all know I really don't care for them type of stories, but I feel the need to keep you informed of the fuck shit with Melissa Jefferson. At this point, you ain't Lizzo, you're Melissa Jefferson. So I guess y'all listen. I'm here. My big sis is out of town, so let me give y'all what y'all need. Let me give y'all updates on the leading stories of the day. God help me. So, but let me get the Jonathan Majors story out the way. So Jonathan Majors, I told y'all, when was that? Yesterday, we reported that Jonathan Majors had a court case today, because we talked about Jonathan Majors yesterday because he was still on the trailer for Low Key Season 2, slated to premiere, I believe, in October. So, and I reported yesterday that his trial was starting today. They went to trial today. The prosecution told the judge, listen, we ain't ready. We are not ready. The judge kind of got mad and said, baby, listen, All this extra time ain't it doesn't bode well for you, sweetheart. Now you are the prosecution. It is up to you to prove your case. Prosecution says, well, we need more time for discovery, and they got these witnesses that we ain't fully prepared for. And the judge kind of got mad and was like, listen, we ain't got this type of time. Now I'm gonna give y'all a month. Y'all have until September 6th. Baby, that's it. Because Jonathan Majors was in there today with his new temporary boo, Megan Good. And you need an update on. I don't have an update on Zion Williamson. I have been checked. You know I love the Zion Williamson story. Tracy, if I had an update on Zion Williamson, I would give you the update on Zion Williamson because you know I am addicted to that story. But I don't have no update. Let me read this to you. This is coming from the Jasmine brand. Jonathan Majors' trial for allegedly physically abusing his ex-girlfriend has been pushed back. According to reports, instead of today, August 3rd, the trial is now set to kick off next month on September 6th. During a brief hearing that occurred this morning, Assistant DA Kelly Galloway hinted at needing more time for discovery and told Judge Gaffey, quote, the people are not ready for trial today. Reportedly, the judge replied to the prosecutor and said, quote, time will continue to run against the people, end quote. Despite today's hearing being short, Jonathan Majors did appear in person alongside his defense lawyers and girlfriend, Megan Good. As previously reported, the Creed 3 actor is accused of physically abusing his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, allegedly back in March. However, Majors has maintained his innocence, claiming his ex is actually the one who became violent. I'm holding on. I know Harold. Where's Harold? Harold, pop out the bushes. Please, Harold, pop out the bushes. Where's Harold? Somebody go find Harold. Harold, come to the board, Harold. Come to the board. Come to the board. Come to the whiteboard, Harold. Because I got some questions. Harold, I need you to come to the whiteboard. Where's Harold? See what I mean? Yesterday was Xavier. Yesterday I needed Xavier to come to the whiteboard. He won his motherfucking ass here. And now today he all through the timeline. Today I need Harold. And where the fuck is Harold? Harold. 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 Do we think Megan was the girl on the phone he was texting? Probably. I don't know, child. I don't know. The people say Jonathan Majors don't really go into don't get into black girls like that. And the people say this is all just, you know how men who on the DL have a beard and they'll have a girlfriend just to make people feel like they're straight. Some of these men who have real problem with black women, they'll have them a black girlfriend when it's convenient for them to get the black community to galvanize around them and behind them. So the people are saying is this is just for the purpose of the trial so that black people can galvanize around him. I ain't got time for Harold. Harold, don't go. Listen, Harold, you better not be your ass in the goddamn members only chat with all this smoke tonight, Harold. Because y'all know Harold gonna have us up to 3 a.m. in the goddamn members only chat talking shit. But now when I need Harold to be his ass at the goddamn whiteboard to come to the board, Harold ain't his ass here. As soon as I move on, he gonna be in the chat. Just like Xavier was yesterday, because y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Anyway, so let's get to Lizzo. I moved on Harold. It's too late. So more things are coming out. So Lizzo has hired Apparently, Lizzo has hired the same high-powered attorney that Charlie Sheen and Bill Cosby had to fight their legal battles. She done hired that attorney. Let me read this. Lizzo is prepared to fight three former dancers who is suing her for alleged sexual harassment, claiming the singer created a hostile and over-sexualized work environment. She's brought in the big guns for her legal battle, hiring the same attorney who's helped Charlie Sheen, Bill Cosby, and Ricky Martin and more Hollywood men in crisis. Lizzo hired bigwig attorney Marty Singer as her legal representation. The Legal Eagle has represented several A-listers beyond the ones listed above in court. Singer's elite clientele has included Steven Seagal, Eddie Murphy, Nicolas Cage, Stevie Wonder, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, Magic Johnson, Paula Abdul, Scarlett Johansson, and the list goes on and on. Before Lizzo, his most recent client was Jonah Hill. Singer addressed the accusations about the songstress on Thursday after a video of one of the accusers praising Lizzo went viral. And that was the video that TMZ put out. In April, plaintiff Ariana Davis went on camera to gush over Lizzo and her experience working with the superstar. It's important to note that this footage was shot after the alleged incidents in the lawsuit reportedly took place. I don't think that changes anything, but we'll get there in a second. Yeah, so let me say this. The attorney says that he believes that the video is inconsistent with the claims that the women are making. Marty Singer, the attorney, said, quote, "These do not sound like the words of someone who was harassed or discriminated against by someone they described as, quote, the queen. They say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and here is a video that there are no legitimate claims in this lawsuit. We are confident that Lizzo will be completely vindicated in this matter." Listen. First of all, smart move, Melissa Jefferson. Real smart move, Melissa Jefferson, because if you are in battle, baby, you bring out the big guns. And if it's any time to bring out the big guns, mama, you got a little bit of change over there. You gonna now y'all heard the list of people that he done represented. These are real A-list actors and actresses and artists and musicians. These are people who have a lot more money than you got, Melissa Jefferson, but you know, extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. So I'm sure you had to go break the bank and get this man on retainer and make sure that he's representing you. Baby, listen. Doll baby, sweetheart, love bug. He gonna take you to the cleaners with these attorneys fees. Please be clear. But if it looks like he's the one that can actually help you. His track record is pretty good, so he's a good lawyer. If he can find an out, if anybody can find you an out, it's probably going to be him. But you about to break the bank for this. Please be clear. And I guess at this point, since your whole livelihood and career is at stake, you got to do what you do and break the bank. At this point, it's time to break the bank. So you got to pull out all the stops, and I guess this is her attempt to pull out all the stops. She did put out a statement. I think it was stupid to put out a statement. I don't think she should have said anything herself. It should have been a statement from her publicist or her PR people, and that would have been at the consent of her attorneys. So kudos to you for finding you a good lawyer. I still believe everything that people said. And just because you get acquitted don't mean you ain't do none of it. That just means you found a good enough attorney that can prove that that can prove in a court of law that you're able to get off. You get a good attorney. Sometimes you can get off with a lot of stuff. Hey, look at OJ Simpson. Anyway, in terms of the video from April of this girl praising Lizzo, that doesn't change anything. Please be clear. When you work in that field in entertainment, think about what we're talking about here. We're talking about the world of entertainment where the slots are few and far between. They ain't letting everybody in there. Everybody doesn't get access to the level of artists like a Lizzo. So does that negate the fact that Lizzo probably subjected this woman to all of this? No, because if a person sticks a microphone in front of her, she still works for Lizzo. She's going to fall in line and do what the fuck she has to say. She's going to fall the fucking line. And she did that. Somebody stuck a microphone in front of her, or she had a video and she's still on the payroll from Lizzo in her company. She's going to say all of the things that need to be said that make it seem like everything is okay. But that does not mean that it did not happen or the girl wasn't, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. That means that the woman did what she had to do, because now, if I'm a good prosecuting attorney, I might say this proves that the woman was in fear and jeopardy of even speaking out negatively about her, so much so that she did that interview after being subjected to sexual harassment, after being subjected to a hostile work environment, for fear that if she did not do that she would, have to endure the wrath of this woman. And if she did get fired, Lizzo got a lot of friends in the music industry. So my client felt like if she did not do this and didn't say the right things, Lizzo may call all of her friends and tell them, yeah, you don't want to hire her. See what y'all saying in the chat. What will say nobody wants to be black. Thank you. I took the words right out of my mouth. But she wasn't working for Lizzo at the time. She was trying to work for her again. That still don't make that doesn't but even if that's the case, Xavier, that doesn't negate the fact that this probably happened. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. Because I go on an interview and say especially if I'm trying to get a job with you again, I'm going to say glowing. I'm going to say and do anything I can to get that job with you again if I can, because she probably did go and try to get jobs with other people and were told, baby, you need to go over there to Lizzo. We already got a call. You need to go over there to Lizzo. So she may have tried to, tuck her tail between her legs and go back to Lizzo and say all the good things, because it may be a situation where nobody else was willing to work with her because of what Lizzo told them. So she could have been blacklisted. Why should she want to participate in a season 2 and be around Lizzo? But it wasn't a video, it was an audition tape. So but the audition tape was taped though. It's still a video. I mean, whether it's a video, if it's an audition tape, then it's a video. So you going back to the place you know how many women go back to their husbands that abuse them because they don't have anywhere else to go, and they end up having to live on the streets and stuff like that. So they say, at least I got a place to lay my head because I can't be living on the street. And they go back and endure abuse. You've never seen that before? People do it all of the time. They say, you know what? I'm done. Let me get out. They get out and they go out there and find out, listen, this is hard. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have access to money. I don't have access to resources. I don't know, nothing's going on. And I need somewhere to lay my head. I need somewhere, so I can at least have something going for me. And so they tuck their tail between their legs and they go back and they endure all types of horrific stuff. It happens all the time. Her parents better be ready to leverage a house, child. They got me looking at everything, child. Nah, it's gonna take more than a house. This is a high price. Listen, the guy Lizzo hired, you pay him millions of dollars, and I do mean millions of dollars. This you heard the list of names that this man is represented. You got to have a lot of capital in order to excuse me, have him on the payroll. The abuser usually wants the victim still in their space. They don't want you away from them. That's true too. Now you're talking medical records and deep psychological child. A job and a husband are the same. That's not true for some people. That is not true. That's not true. Especially if she still wants to be in the entertainment industry and has been blacklisted. But usually the husband wants them back. Lizzo don't want them. We don't know if Lizzo wanted them back. We're just hearing this now. She don't want them back now, but we don't know if she want them back at that point. And she most likely needs the money. Exactly. It's hard out here for a pimp. Listen, I'll leave this to the people who fight the legal battles. Now, the other dancer was the other dancer wasn't here for the fuck shit. The other former dancer say, I'm not her, honey. Now the dancer that had all of this the nice stuff to say was Ariana Davis. But them other two, Crystal Williams and Noel Rodriguez, baby, they're not here for it. They say, baby, that ain't us. That ain't our story. The woman was horrible. The woman was horrible. And people not involved with the case are echoing, yes, she's an awful person. You go look it up. It's all over. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I'm sick of it already. But the people are screaming from the rooftops. People not involved with it, but people who have worked with Lizzo say, yeah, we saw this stuff. We witnessed it. That's what I'm saying. That audition tape notwithstanding, that doesn't mean that Lizzo still didn't do what they're alleging that she did. I'm just saying. Yeah, we already did Celine. We already did that whore. Celine is gone. You know, I'm not a Melissa Joseph fan anyway. I'm the only thing I love about Melissa Joseph is her flute playing skills. Now I love her and her ability to play flute. Other than that, her music, I don't really care for it like that. You know, her best thing musically is her ability to play the flute. Her rapping and her singing are mediocre at best to me. Her dancing, girl, I don't want to see that. Her buffoonery and clownery that she be having going on, that's the shit I look for somebody 11 or 12 years old to get a kick out of. I don't really care for her antics and all that stuff she got going on. Maybe I'm just too old, but I don't really care for that. But if mama can play that flute, and I like to see her play the flute, that's all. That's it. So, listen, that's the whole dossier. Listen for you. It's me. Go over there and write my essay. Write my damn essay. I'm just checking. Oh, I have one more good story. Guess what show is this? My last update. Guess what show is coming back for its final season? They've already filmed, so we know this will be released. Um, Sex Education on Netflix is coming back, and this will be the final season of Sex Education. I love Sex Education. Y'all know I'm a big fan of Sex Education. Love, love, love that show. I can't wait. I can't wait. I love Nkuti Gatwa. Love him. Love, love, love Nkuti Gatwa. In that show. So Sex Education is coming back. It premieres September 21st. Um, September 21st. I'm still gonna watch it. Um, Xavier. Wait, Nkuti isn't on there this season? Wait a minute. Now I didn't see that on here. It might hold on, let me see. I don't see this on here. It didn't say that. It did not say that. Let me see. Yeah, I'm looking at everything. I know he's supposed to play Doctor Who, but still. From everything I'm seeing, he's still supposed to be in, this is season 4. He's supposed to be in season 4. Everything I'm seeing here. Hold on. Got to I spoke broadly. Published Monday. Speaking on why. Wait, this is season 4 coming out, right? I read that right? We'll see. I'm still gonna watch it because I still like the show, but I hope he's on there. I'm looking forward to him as Doctor Who. So yeah. Anyway, y'all, listen. I've watched all of the seasons. I think this is season 4, though. I think this is season 4. Um, and it's the final season. So, but I didn't see him saying he wasn't going to be in it, but we'll see. Um, Listen, y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Listen, y'all. I got to get out of here. My battery's about to die. We done been on here 2+ hours. This is day 4 in a row. I'm so proud of me. Put some shondos in the chat, y'all. Thank y'all for being here and rocking with me all week long as the substitute teacher. I thought you were going to say David Makes Man. Child, I wish David Makes Man. I really wish. We know it ain't coming back now with this strike. Listen, I done gave y'all 4. I plan to be back tomorrow, Friday, even though I try not to do Fridays because I try not to overlap stories that I could possibly use for Silly Saturday. So the dossier tomorrow might be real limited tomorrow because I try to save a lot of Friday stories and do it for Silly Saturday. So whatever I do tomorrow is probably, I may do a politics of it all tomorrow, and that may do, and that may settle that. So I might do a politics of it all tomorrow. Well, you're welcome for having me get you through your workout. Hey, MBN, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for rocking with me, Tanya. All y'all, Diamond Pearl Jim, It's Me D, Miss Bay Thang, Xavier, Tracy C, Tracy W, the Double Mint Twins. Just thank y'all so much for rocking with me, Volvo, Janae, everybody. I shouldn't have started calling people Jason, because I'm gonna miss somebody. But I love all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Cams. Thank y'all so much for being here. Oh God, Summer Walker makes my nuts itch. Anyway, she out there with Sukiana twerking and shit on cars with Sukiana and Saucy Santana and Sexy Red. Just they out there doing the most. But that's what you're supposed to do at that age. You're supposed to do the most because you're at the age where you just do stupid things. And when you get older, you be like, oh well, I did it. So, but anyway, y'all know I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged and much appreciated. Listen, if y'all had a good time, hit the subscribe button, share it out, and all of that good stuff. Contribute to the channel here. You can always contribute to the channel there with the Cash App. If you have anything that you'd like me to talk about, report on, you can feel free to DM me or email me. All of my information is up here. All of the information is up here. That's all I got for y'all. Until tomorrow. That's all I got for y'all. Yes. Yeah, it does make my nuts itch. Monk check my nuts. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.